Hello, lovely people. I feel like we should have some greetings. If I say hello, lovely people, then you reply me, hello, beautiful. So today is the very first episode of a series I'm making called After Service Takeaways. Why the series? I feel like there are times when we preach certain sermons in my church, especially, and then it just give reason why there should be content creation in the church. Because today's sermons, like these theater videos that they are like some of the misconceptions or debunking your misconception about this thing. Like I feel like today's sermon really tackled that. But because we don't do content creation with like the church, you did not get to hear it, right? That is why I'm here. So this series is like a takeaway from everything that is taught in church every Sunday, if I can. But I go to church every Sunday, so I will get takeaways. But some of that is the problem, but the Lord help us. Anyways, the first episode is Don't Let Satan In, which was taught today. Key passage was from Luke 22, verse 23. But before that, we learned some things. You see, you were not there. Like, not that you, of course, you also went to church. You also had your takeaways, which you will share with me as well in the comment section. But then you were not in my church. Like, you didn't hear what I heard. So I'm here to tell you what I heard. So we were told that Satan is the accuser of the brethren, and then the devil is a slanderer. Like that voice thing in your head that is telling that you are a failure, you will not make it in life. That is the devil. And then we were also told that demons are evil spirits, those fallen angels, and they are the ones that work in the children of disobedience. Okay, so this part, like there was a part that I literally kind of wrote word to word what the man of God said. I feel like that is the misconception that some of us have. So like he debunked it. So I'll just read this, right? Let me just read that part. So he said, decisions have been left to us to make. We have choices. When you wake up in the morning, you have the choice to make. You have a decision to take, and we are left, and we are not left alone. We have the gifts, we have the promise, we have the Holy Spirit to guide us through the right decisions. And he said Judas chose to betray Jesus. Yes, there was prophecy about him in Psalm 41 verse 9. It was a doom prophecy. God did not plan, and he said it like God did not sit down and say, okay, I'm going to make Judas betray Jesus so that he will not make heaven, so that Judas will lose his salvation. No. And he was saying that there are times where we hear negative prophecies or doom prophecies, if we'll call it, but then there are choices. We make choices, and our choices and decisions helps to escape those prophecies or make it come to pass. But Judas chose to betray. He chose greed over faithfulness. He chose money over loyalty. And then he was saying that we should be careful about what we meditate on. We should be careful about our speech, and that out of the abundance of the heart our mouth speaketh. But today what I want to really like talk about is, I remember I heard this thing, someone was saying that our life is like a movie, like it's like a script that has been written and we are just playing the parts. Well, it might sound true, at the same time it is not. It might be like a movie, true. It might be like a script, true, because God has, Bible says that the plans he has for us, so he has plans. But then in this particular movie, you that you are the main character in your own story, you have the choice to make. Like you have decisions to take. God didn't make us robots. So you can wake up and decide, I choose good. I reject evil. Like Bible says, tune your spirit. So you can just wake up and say that, okay, today I'm doing good, today I'm doing evil. It is a choice, regardless of whatever script you think you have. There are people that they go through something like, this is how I'm supposed to be, and they are intentionally doing evil. You know in your heart that it is not a default something, it is an intentional something. You chose to do evil. So like when he was preaching, I was like, wow, this is a big misconceptions that some of us have. So like maybe you go through something bad that you know in your heart of heart that it is that decision, it is that thing, that choice you made, that food you ate, that small money that you took, that conversations that you had with this person, that bad advice you took from that friend, that resulted to that thing that you are facing now, that is giving you a headache, is giving you a problem, be it a sickness, a consequence of something you did. But then you are claiming that Bible is saying that everything is inspired by God, or like God knows our in and out, and so for that matter, you are like you think that what is happening to you is happening to you because it has already been written that it will happen to you. No, it was a decision you and I took. Now, I really wish I could not share this, but some time ago I got scammed. I lost money, and I learned a lot. But one of the things I took from this was that I was greedy. Like, I was greedy. You know, I lost money, and I was telling my mom that I feel like if someone told me that I was greedy, I would say I am not because I don't have money. Like, why would I be greedy? But when I came across something that would give me money, I just found this greed inside of me that I didn't even know I had. Like, I didn't know how I did not know. So yes, it's a choice to make. I could have decided no, I will not do it, but I took it was step by step, and I was taking those steps. Like, I was making those choices, making those decisions, and last I lost my money. And you know the interesting thing, like after I've lost this huge sum, I was really sad. I was like, God, why me? Why did you allow this happen to me? And then it was like, you don't even pay tithe. Ah, my God. Anyway, that's it. That's all about me. Let's come back to today. Do not let the devil in. And there was another thing that he said that really stuck with me. Like, Judas was Jesus's treasurer, and the pastor said something. Master Franklin said something, and he was like, he can imagine how Judas felt, because we know that Jesus Christ had money. Like, he had money. Judas was keeping the money, and if he had a treasurer, it means that Jesus had money. But then when the need came for them to pay tax or pay dues or whatever, they had to take a point from the mouth of a fish. Like, how would you feel as a treasurer that you know that you have billions that you can, like, it's now your time to shine in your office, and Jesus says no, go to the sea, go and get a fish and take point from. Like, he has insulted your office. Like, this is literally saying that there is no money, but like, that is why you are here. Jesus have rendered you useless. Like, he was feeling all that. And Judas was the one very close to Jesus, because at a point when Mary Magdalene was trying to use oil to wash Jesus' feet, the treasurer, the money-minded disciple, he came in and he said, this one, you are losing money. We can use this oil for something. You see, he was always talking money. He was always thinking money, 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 money. So you can imagine how he felt when his time to shine, Jesus says, go to the, like, all this. And you know, and he said something, he said it was still a choice. He could have still decided that no, I choose Jesus. I choose to be faithful over greed. I choose to be loyal over money. It was a choice, and Judas chose otherwise. So today, I'm here to tell you that it is a choice. That thing that you experienced some time ago, that discomfort, that bad consequence you had to pay for. I'm sorry, but it was your choice. It wasn't God that planned. God has never planned evil for any of us. None of us. Bible says that it is the ultimate desire of God that all will be saved. None. There is never a day God has ever thought evil. Why would he? He would never do such a thing. Even to the point where Job was to be tested, he said, do not touch his soul. Listen, God is very much interested in us, in what we do, in how we become, in how great we become. I don't think God will ever want to see you fail. My God, he says he wants that we will prosper. The Bible doesn't contradict itself. And who wrote the Bible? Who gave the Bible? Every scripture is inspired by God. So God does not, will not, cannot, and he can't. It is he cannot. Anyways, the sermon today was powerful, honestly. I'd never thought or seen myself in Judas's shoe ever before. We all see him as the betrayer. Like, you betrayed Jesus, man. Keep quiet and be wherever you are. But like, when you now think about it, and sometimes like in our corporate lives, in our relationships, how would you feel when your friend, knowing clearly like you can edit, and you hear that he went to you see him post maybe an edited video, and it's, how do I even say it? You could have done better than even that. And then he paid for it, and maybe he would have even done it. He would have done it to for him for free. Like all these, and then you begin to think some way, and then you spoke about meditation. And as you begin to think these things, then you meditate on it, your heart becomes filled of it, and then you begin to say things in accordance with what you have already thought and meditated. You see why you should go to church, and you see why there should be content creation in the church. I might not have really done justice to how it was preached, but I did my best. And I hope that you took the best out of all that I said. The Lord help us. So this is episode 1, and I'll see you in episode 2. Please go to church so that in episode 2 we'll share. So that in episode 3 we'll share. So that maybe in episode 4 it will be a live something. You share, I share. So that episode 5, maybe you share and I post here. Again, go to church. And if you go right, I wrote, right. Don't come right. Don't deceive us, please. And I will not deceive you as well. I will write. Please, let's write. When we go to church, write the vision down so that he that sees it will journey with it, will run with it. Right. Episode 2 incoming next week. Bye. Lovely people of God. Outfit check. Still in episode 1. My hair was done by my lovely roommate. But am I not looking lovely today? A few poses. I miss praises and worship. I was so late today, but it did not stop. Imagine I didn't go. They even shared birthday food. That's not the fun. Let me see you in church tomorrow. I don't know, I feel like there is so much today that those who probably didn't come to church have lost. Let's go to church. Like I'm so overwhelmed by the fact, thinking that some people literally miss this because they didn't make it to church. And in your various churches, you missed something important because you didn't make it. God help us. Ep 2 incoming. Bye.